Brenda Ringwood. I'm the founder of Becoming the Better You. And a few years ago, I hired Mr. Unstoppable, Terrence Leftridge, to come and be part of my group. I wanted him to be my MC, but he delivered more than that. Not only did he keep the crowd engaged, he knew when to bring the mood back up. He kept the program going. He was a lifesaver for me. And we've been working together ever since. I have seen him in action on many, many stages, not only as an MC, but as a speaker, as a coach, as a mentor. And let me tell you, he's the real deal. I highly recommend Terrence Leftridge for MCing, for speaking, for coaching. But let me tell you, when he steps in the room, you know you've got a winner.
Hey, it is an unstoppable day. It's your boy, Terrence, the Unstoppable Coach Leftridge, with another episode of Unstoppable Story Show. The Unstoppable Story Show, where we're talking to ordinary people with unstoppable stories. We thank you so much for tuning in again. We're doing our special episodes this holiday season of the 21 Days of Gratitude. Yes, indeed, the 21 Days of Gratitude. For the next 21 days, we're going to come before you each and every day to give you an attitude of gratitude and celebrate the harvest season, giving you the opportunity to think about all that you've been able to do this year, all the harvest that has come into your home this year, all the gratitude that maybe you just take for granted. You know, they say if you do anything for 21 days, then you're more than likely to have that move from just something into a habit. So we hope that by watching us over these next 21 days, you turn your gratitude story in something that you habitually talk about each and every day. Now, every day we're going to be talking to somebody, or you're going to be hearing some of things that I am grateful for. And tonight we have a great guest. He's a fan. He is a great contributor to our BTBY family. Yes, you know BTBY, Becoming the Better You. And he is a fanatic about being chronically healthy. He talks about it all the time. He even has a show about it, and he'll tell you a little bit about it when he comes on. So without further ado, let's welcome to our stage, Mr. Andy Nam. Hey, Andy.
Hey, Terrence.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing amazing. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule down there in Texas, doing what you do, living real big and being chronically healthy with that Chronically Healthy Life show. We thank you for taking some time out to talk to gratitude with us here. But before we get started, you know, I can read bios, I can talk about people and my relationships with the people, but I believe that our guests can talk about themselves much better than I can. So why don't you reintroduce yourself to some and introduce yourself to the first time to others in the Unstoppable Stories family?
I love to. Well, I am a life coach that specializes in functional nutrition and longevity. Also a biohacker, and I speak around the world. I've written a couple of books, actually 3 books now. But for me, it really just started with a journey for me where I had a really bad car accident when I was a teen that fractured my back, it broke my body, and over the next 20 years. I just had so much chronic pain. I had so much chronic dysfunction. And I sort of just gave up on Western medication, Western medicine. And I was just looking for a better way of healing my own body. And it really was about the support of my wife that gave me the vision and the resilience to go on a different journey to start healing myself through holistic methods. And I thrive along with proper nutrition, detoxification, helping your body elevate its stem cells to to regenerate, and just helping people just become a better version of themselves.
I love it. You have a whole different approach to living that healthy life. And you've been doing this now for how many years?
I've been doing this for 11 years now.
Okay. And would you say over your 11 years of living the chronically healthy life that you've helped some other people along the way?
Definitely. We have helped quite a few people turn the trajectory of their life the other direction. And so, we a lot of the people that I help have become very good friends.
Okay. And more than likely, they're probably grateful for the help that you've been able to give them, right?
I certainly hope so.
Okay.
I'm grateful for their friendship.
Because the question that we're talking about for the over these 21 days is, what am I grateful for today? And you had the opportunity to share some of the things that you're grateful for today offline before we came on the air. And when we talk about the work that we do with our clients and the information that we give to our customers, I know for me it's true, but you also say that you're grateful for the fulfillment that you have being able to share this information with your clients, right?
Yeah, I think I am just so grateful for sharing my journey, because I think a lot of people, they think they need to be on the journey themselves. And the way I look at it, hey, why go through all that and reinvent the wheel? And to see people's lives change, having the shortcuts, I'm really grateful I have the opportunity to help people do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's always fulfilling, at least for me in my practice as the accountability coach, when people get the aha moment, when the light bulb comes on, where something that you're sharing with them actually clicks and they can see how it can affect them and help them in their own lives. And I'm sure that's a lot of the aha moments that you get with people who are changing their lifestyle and becoming healthy as a result of it. Would you agree with that?
I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Yes, Terrence.
Good. And also, it's a good thing. I love how I can take people, and I've said this to you, and we've had the opportunity to do this because you and I both met online first on another show.
Right.
And
Yes.
I love being able to do what I do, meet people online, build relationships online, but then, Andy, be able to take the online friendship offline. That's when you know that you've really built a relationship where the people that you meet virtually actually want to hang out with you and get together with you in person. And it's building that relationship. And that was one of the other things that you said you were grateful for. So in your own words, what are you grateful? Why are you grateful for the relationships that you've been able to foster in your life and in your practice?
Yeah, I think I'm grateful for the relationships that have gone, really in the last 5 years, to be honest. Like, even though I've been doing this for last 11 years, because what I didn't realize is the people you really hang out with makes a very big significance of your life. And growing up, my family's negative. Like, everyone's a negative Nelly. And that's the way I grew up. I thought that was normal. But as I started meeting people like you and expanding my network and meeting all these amazing people that is creating change, it made me grateful to know them, for one thing, and then being grateful to have these relationships where we can work together to help others.
Yeah, absolutely. You said in the paragraph that you sent to me that you're grateful for the relationships that have strengthened you, especially the partnership with your wife, Mina. So talk a little bit about Mina and how that has strengthened you.
Yeah, it's funny. I talk about my car accident. Not too many people know about my car accident. I was driving to my girlfriend's house. This is in grade 12, literally a month before graduation. And well, my wife is my girlfriend. And what I was really grateful for, and I didn't even realize this till many years later, is she stuck with me from the accident through the hardships, through our ups and downs. We had a lot of ups and downs. We made money, we lost money. I had health, we lost health. And I think it's so important to find people who support you and uplift you. And I'm so grateful because I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't have her support and she encouraged me to do everything that I love. And we also even created a TV show together, like you mentioned earlier, called Chronically Healthy Life.
I love it. How long have you guys been married now?
Oh my God, that's a trick question.
This
25
is
years
live in front of millions of people. Don't get it wrong, Andy.
25 years. Well, it's hard because we've been together since high school. So it's like I'm trying to do the math. But yeah, we've been married for 25 years.
25 years. Congratulations. That's definitely something to be grateful for. And we some of us say our own vows, but the traditional vow says in sickness and in health,
yes,
in good times and in bad times. And you've got to keep her if they've been through all four of those things with you.
All of it. We've been together for a total of 36 years, actually. So yeah, it's been a long time.
Wow. And you only look like you're 37. So that means y'all was dating from the womb. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
That's your story, and you are sticking to it. Hey, you guys, we are hanging out with my good friend Andy Nam from Chronically Healthy Life, talking about gratitude, having an attitude of gratitude. And he's grateful for his fulfillment. He's grateful for relationships, but there's some other things that he's grateful for that we're going to talk about after we come back from the break. But before we go, I want to let you know that the Unstoppable Story Show is sponsored by BTBY, Becoming the Better You, an affiliate of Be Better Now. We provide speaker training, coaching, and media representation. If you are looking to become the better version of you, not the best, but the better version of you, then come on over to ComeChangeYourLife.com, ComeChangeYourLife.com. And one of the programs that we are so proud of is our BTBY Youth Experience, going around the country, helping the youth, reaching them where they are, letting them know that you are more than enough and you have everything you need to become the better youth, as you turn into the better adult, as you become the best version of yourself. So we got a little clip about what we're doing with BTBY, and we'll come right back after this commercial break.
It was a great experience. The kids enjoyed it.
I'm so glad that you guys came. I hope you will come back again soon.
I've enjoyed the experience. My students really need it.
They actually helped our students to become not only dreamers, but just to be successful, not only in school, but in life.
What did you think about the youth experience? Today was awesome. I'm so glad that you guys came. I hope you will come back again soon and maybe talk to some of our other grade levels. It was exciting. The students learned. It was on time because our motto is be respectful, be ready to learn, and you guys hit that with the gratitude. So thank you.
I think they learned a lot from the experience, and I'm glad that you guys were able to come here and give a great introduction, and not just an introduction, but a great presentation. So thank y'all so much for coming out. We support Jackson Middle School. Great to have y'all. Thank you so much.
What did you
Welcome back to the Unstoppable Story Show with your host, Terrence Leffridge, hanging out with our good friend, Andy Nam. And Andy, you've been a part of the BTBY experience for a number of years now. Why don't you tell the people how it's been being a part of the BTBY family?
It's been life-changing, Terrence. It was an honor to be asked the very first time I started with you guys. And I think our very first one was actually virtual because it was still part of during the whole pandemic. But everyone's vision to not only help others, but to constantly improve upon yourself, becoming the better you. It's so important because there's so many people out there that is, so full of themselves, think they don't have any more to learn. And yet, every time I hang out with you, I'm hanging out with the people around you. It's like, wow, that was life-changing. That's a lesson I'm going to steal and I could use, There's always chances for improvement. And, the people that you meet and the people you have at the events is just so amazing that I think that everyone should check out at least once in their lives and come to your live events.
Yeah, and we are grateful that you've been not only just an attendee, you've been a sponsor, you've been a speaker, you've done workshops for us. So you have really helped us continue to become the better version of ourselves. So take it from Andy. If you are looking to become a better version of you, go on over to ComeChangeYourLife.com and find out what we're doing at BTBY. You know what we say, good, better, best. You can't let it rest until your good becomes your better and your better becomes your best. So Andy, we're talking about gratitude tonight, and you've shared a couple of things with us that you're grateful for. But you know what? Sometimes we're more than grateful for the good things, but it's very rare that people say they're grateful for some of the bad things that they've had to go through. And you mentioned you're grateful for resilience. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I think everyone concentrates on all the bad things that happen in their life.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's the way I grew up with. My family's all negative and Nelly. Everyone thinks the whole world's against us. And I think there are lessons to be learned in everything that happens in our life. There could be accidents that can happen. And sure, it sucked. The accident sucked for 20 years. My health sucked. But it opened my eyes to what was the reason of that. It was interesting, because it's like maybe I had to go through that journey, have the resilience to go through that to get on the other side where I can help others where they don't have to go through that pain and suffering, right? So I'm very grateful to be able to have the insight and the support to get onto the other side, change my career completely, and now just excited every day to help others.
Yeah, that's so true. I talked to another guest the other day, and we were talking about people love to be around people in their glory, but seldom do they want to be around for the story. Yes. They want to hang out with you when you're already up there, but they don't know exactly what you had to get through to get to the up there. And so let me ask you this. Do you think you'd be doing what you're doing right now if not that car accident and the pain that you went through?
Definitely not, right? Because I think it doesn't matter what I need. For me, it's talking about health. But if you haven't gone through the challenges, a lot of people say, just say, for instance, we talk about finances. I have finance challenges too. But until you actually hit rock bottom in those areas, it's very hard to learn from the lesson and to help others through that journey, right? So for me, it's if people say, well, you don't know anything about pain. Well, dude, I couldn't get out of bed every morning until I took my prescription pain medicine. I couldn't sit for more than 10 minutes at a time. I couldn't stand for more than 10 minutes at a time without being in a lot of pain. So I know what pain is. So when you're talking about pain, it resonates with me. And I know how bad it sucks and how bad we want to get rid of it. So, for sure, I hate to say God put me in the accident, but if I didn't get in the accident, I wouldn't be with Minna, right? I wouldn't be meeting all these amazing people that I've met in the last 10, 20 years that has shaped me to be the person I am today.
And I think when we actually talk about the word resilience, many times we get stuck on, why did this happen to me? Mm-hmm. But the resilient person says, why did this happen for me? Because like you just said, if not for that accident, would you have had 36 years with Mina, 25 years married to her? If not for that accident, would you be talking about living a chronically healthy life right now? If not for that accident, would you have not found the resilient spirit inside of you to overcome what you went through and to be where you are right now? So it's not, why did it happen to me? The question should be, why did it happen for me? And then what am I getting from that? Does that make sense to you?
That makes total sense, because like I said, it's like when I was younger in my 20s and 30s, it's exactly as said. It's like, I'm in so much pain. Why did it happen to me? Why was this, why was all this happening to me? But, if you, the way I look at it, if you look for opportunities, you look for an open door, things will show, things will open up and show why things happen for you. Right. Yeah. And like, it sucked. It took 20 years for me to see that open door and walk through it. I'm sure the door was wide open all this time, but it took me time to figure out, wow, okay, there was a reason this happened. And there's a reason it happened for me to help others through their journey too. Right? So definitely, I think everything happens for a reason. Is you just have to see what that reason is.
Yeah. Well, I'm grateful you stuck with it for 22 years, because much lesser people would have given up after 2 years. Other people would have given in to the pain and just continued to pop the pills and whatever prescriptions there are, and then just doing just enough to get along. But you decided that it wasn't just enough for you to get along. It wasn't just enough for you to make it through the pain. You wanted to make a change in your life, and you found the resilience inside of you to do that. So we're grateful to see this resilient person sitting in front of us. And that person is Andy Nam. He's been our guest on the 21 Days of Gratitude on the Unstoppable Story Show. But we're not done yet. We're going to take another quick commercial break. We'll come back with some final thoughts from Andy Nam. And hey, you know what? You might also be interested in doing what we do. You might be interested in becoming a speaker yourself. Well, BTBY has a plethora of programs, and one of those programs is Becoming the Best Speaker Academy. Becoming the Best Speaker Academy. In our 8-week program, you can get the tools, tips, and strategies to help you go from average to great, to go from a communicator to a top-notch international speaker like Andy Nam here himself. So we got classes starting real soon. So take a look at this clip on how you can get started with the BTB Speaker Academy.
Hello. I am Sarah Baston, the fitness fanatic. I just completed the Becoming the Best You speakers class. Why did I take that class? To become a better public speaker and learn to flow my story as I share it with others. I gained confidence in my ability to speak. What was my impression? It was great. I watched myself and my classmates transform as speakers as we rose to the occasion. Would I recommend that class? Absolutely. I would recommend that class to anyone who is hoping to become a public speaker on a panel or just a better speaker in their life.
Yes, yes, yes. If you're looking to be a communicator or just be a better speaker in your life, then sign up for our next classes starting soon in 2025. Go on over to btbspeaker.com. That's btbspeaker.com. And who knows, you may be on your way to becoming the best speaker you can be. Hey, we're hanging out here at the Unstoppable Story Show, talking about the 21 days of gratitude, hanging out with our friend Andy Nam, Chronically Healthy Life. And I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to give us some final thoughts on gratitude, what gratitude means to you, and what should our audience do to have an attitude of gratitude, Andy?
I think gratitude means to me is just appreciating the little things that affect your life every day, right? I think people are always looking for that big thing that changed your life, but it's a bunch of little things that change your life that brings you up the stairs of life, right? So I think when it comes to gratitude, I'm always grateful each day when I go out, when I'm meeting people, when I get my coffee, when I get invited on these shows, right? Because the more grateful you are, the more positivity gets attracted to you.
Well, we are definitely grateful for you, Anthony. Grateful, Andy. We're grateful for the relationship. Grateful for how fulfilling you are in your career and how you're helping the family here at BTBY. And we are grateful for the resilient spirit that you continue to have, even in spite of the challenges that come your way. But I know somebody's going to want to reach out to you and talk to you after they see the show. So what's the best way for them to reach out to you, Andy?
The best way is probably just send me an email at andy@chronicallyhealthylife, or just head over to chronicallyhealthylife.com and schedule a free 30-minute consult. We can talk about your life's challenges and see if we're a good fit to work together.
I love it. Check out Andy for his coaching. Check out Andy and Mina for their show. Check out the books that they've done. Just check them out. They're doing great things, not only here, but around the world, to help people be healthy and live a chronically healthy life. Andy, will you come back and visit us on the show sometime?
Definitely. I'm honored each time. Just invite me and I'll be there.
All right, you guys, this is Andy Nam. Check him out. Email him, andy@chronicallyhealthylife.com. Sign up for that 30-minute consult, and he can help you go from the pain that's in your life to the pleasure of living a chronically healthy life. Well, that's our show, you guys. Thank you again for hanging with us on the 21 days of gratitude on the Unstoppable Story Show. But hey, we're doing this all the way through Thanksgiving, and maybe there's an opportunity for you to share what you're grateful for. Go on and just shoot me a paragraph at tleffridge@unstoppablecoaching.com. And who knows, you may be the next guest on the Unstoppable Story Show, where we talk to ordinary people with unstoppable stories. And imparting, wherever you are in the world today, you know what I say. Don't just make it a great day. Have an attitude of gratitude and make it an unstoppable day. Till next time, we'll see you.